So, as horror fans, we've been eating really well lately, with brand new trailers for Welcome to Derry and the remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, not to mention some new stills from Guillermo del Toro's highly anticipated Frankenstein. However, some of the huge horror news has been, yes, we are finally getting a brand new Friday the 13th entry. Kind of. So the brand new trailer is titled Sweet Revenge. In this video, I want to talk about what exactly is Sweet Revenge, why it's not called Friday the 13th, and what else we currently know about this project. So there's some context I need to get out of the way first. If for some reason you want to skip this, I have provided timestamps, but I think it's very much worth laying the foundation. So most fans already know this, but if you didn't, the reason why we haven't seen a new Friday the 13th film since 2009 is because the film has been tied up in some very complicated legal stuff, keeping anyone from making anything official. Though I do want to mention there has been some really amazing unofficial fan films, just to shout those out. But in a nutshell, the legal issue with the franchise stems from the ownership between the original Friday the 13th screenwriter Victor Miller and the franchise's production company Horror Inc. Miller successfully invoked a copyright law allowing him to reclaim rights to his work after a certain period of time, but the extent of those rights and the implications for the future development has been a source of ongoing legal contention. Writer Victor Miller was initially paid a flat fee for his script for the original 1980 Friday the 13th, and his side argued that he was an independent contractor, therefore he was able to reclaim the copyright after 35 years under the US copyright law. On the flip side, Horror Inc. and the Manny Company argued that Miller was a work-for-hire employee and not entitled to this claim. Ultimately, though, the court sided with Miller, granting him the copyright to the screenplay and also setting a legal precedent. What does this mean for the future sequels? Well, Victor Miller only wrote the first film, meaning he really only retains the IP he crafted for that property, which, as far as I could tell, and please weigh in if I'm wrong, is the original character of Pamela Voorhees. But Jason himself was technically in the first film, but as a child in the infamous jump scare scene. However, the later films, ones that aren't controlled by Miller, is where we really see Jason become more fleshed out with his iconic hockey mask from Part 3. You also might be wondering, does this mean the title Friday the 13th is off the table? We've seen this before with MGM owning copyright to the Child's Play title. This is why anything post Child's Play 3, we always have Chucky in the title, because legally no one else but MGM can use Child's Play. So, what is Sweet Revenge? This is a short film directed by Mike P. Miller, whose credits include the remake of Wrong Turn and VHS 85. And to quote the description by Bloody Disgusting in their trailer upload, quote, "The Jason universe was on hand at San Diego Comic-Con tonight to show off a first look at Sweet Revenge, described as a short-form vignette that will serve as the centerpiece of the franchise's bold 45th anniversary campaign," unquote. So that is really exciting, and I'm curious what exactly this anniversary campaign will contain. We do know that a video game is in the works, so that is probably part of it. So fans also know we have a Camp Crystal Lake series to look forward to, even though I think the retooled version, in my opinion, doesn't look as interesting or exciting, but I remain hopeful that it's good. Either way, fans of Jason, including myself, are finally seeing Jason back on the big screen, and I am so excited. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Sorry about my voice. It is allergy season and I am kind of going through it, but I wanted to put this video out for y'all. So please subscribe as I try to put out a new video, at least one every week, sometimes two. Thanks for watching, and I'll stalk y'all in the next video.